Hi, BJ Posnecki with Inspect and Check. I'm just going to show you guys really quick how to change out your furnace filter. I know it's a pretty simple one for most of us, but you know, there's a few people out there that may not know. So here on this system, we have a special 4-inch filter rack with a higher allergen style filter. So you guys may have a different rack at your house where it's all sheet metal, like you see here, this ductwork, and then there's just a 1-inch wide slot, you know, that you slide your filter in and out of. So now there may be a magnetic strip, there may be a piece of, the heating and air conditioning guy may have fabricated a piece of sheet metal strip to cover it where you have to pull that out. There's a few different variations, but today at this house they happen to have the Honeywell filter rack. So with this, it's very simple. You just give this a good pull and then it folds down, and then you lift up and take out. There's a little tab in there that locks into the bottom ductwork here. Okay, now if you notice, it's very important that the arrow is always pointing back towards the furnace. So the airflow comes down, the cold air return passes through the filter and then back into the furnace, and then it gets conditioned for heat, air conditioning, whatever whatever mode you have it on at that time of the year. So this one, I mean, it couldn't be any simpler. It's a matter of literally just pulling this out, okay, and then we're going to just pretend that this is the new one, and it is just a matter of lining it up. Easier to do with two hands. Lining it back up, making sure that arrow is pointing towards the furnace, grabbing our cover plate, putting that tab down in here, set it in there, let it rest, and then as we come to the top here, we're going to just give it we're going to make sure that this upper tab is coming into the slot, and we're just going to give it a good push. And that's it. Make sure to change out your furnace filter. Usually like once a month is good. I'm going to recommend going with a lower MERV or FPR, depending on where you're buying the filter. MERV, M-E-R-V. That is the restrictive rating. Same thing with FPR, depending on where you buy the filter. You'll see one or the other. And I'm going to recommend going with the lowest MERV. This is the only area of the house I'm going to tell you cheaper is better, because we want to go with those lower. The higher the MERV or FPR, the more restrictive the filter is. So we we want to minimize the stress on the blower motor here. So by going with a lower restrictive filter, it allows the air to pass through there and doesn't have to make the mechanical system work as hard. So buy a dozen of them, put a reminder in your phone, and just check your filter once a month. If it's clean, let it ride to the next month, and if it's, you know, just change it out as needed. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you're looking for a home inspection, please keep me in mind. Give me a call if you need something. My number is 773-403-3298.